Welcome to a What About Cynics podcast special. This week, you guessed it, we're talking about E3. Though currently we are in the eye of the storm, so we're going to be talking about pretty much, well, most of E3.
But aside from some NSA things that came out in news, really, this is all that's happened this week.
True, and
so this is really the weekly podcast. What?
Professionalism dictates that we'd rather talk about video games than the government spying on us.
There we go. Well, hey, the Kinect spying with us. The Kinect spying on us.
Well, Microsoft's on the list of NSA people anyway, so
that's fucking weird. Like, what if Microsoft are actually like doing a little duo with the NSA? That would be so strange. Why would they ever agree to that?
I like to think if they were part of the NSA, then they'd do it more subtly than we put a camera on your console.
Exactly. Yeah.
Anyway, cut to music.
Get down to the Ubi booth and do that shit. 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 Do that shit.
So, Microsoft. Oh god. Oh god.
Do you really want to start with Microsoft? This is the meat.
Yeah. Well, I figured we start with the consoles and then peter up into software developer.
Fair enough.
Because I don't know, I think it's gone from bad to worse for Microsoft. Like, I love it when they said like they've addressed the issues we have with the Xbox, and I was like, I guess that's a word for it.
Yeah.
But addressed implies that you did something, or you kind of made the situation better.
Well, they're like, I don't know what it is. I think it's fucking Phil Spencer. He's such a fucking. I think it's Phil Spencer. I think that's his name because no. But anyway, like the tall thin guy. Like he's such a fucking dickhead. Like he's so arrogant. I don't know why he thinks. I know he's expecting. I know brand loyalty will sell a lot of Xbox Ones, but even so, like his assumption that brand loyalty will carry them through. I think they're basically making the same mistake they did with the PS3. Like they genuinely thought brand loyalty would, carry a lot of the flack, and to an extent it did. But like, have you seen like his like fucking interview where he was saying like, oh, for people who can't connect to the don't have an internet connection, we've got another product for you, Xbox 360. It's like, yeah, that's a fucking previous generation model. Yes, it might be nice that now you're going to start, apparently getting experimental with the Xbox 360, but you're fighting against the next generation market and people want new games. So yeah.
I hadn't even heard him say that. That's terrible.
I'll put a link in. It's being taken down. The video's being taken down by Microsoft. But yeah, like it's just you wouldn't buy an Xbox 360. People will buy a PS4 if there's an equivalent of your current system. Well, he's such a dickhead.
Like I don't really because like I said, we can try and blame one person, but I really think the entire fucking Microsoft is asleep here because like
I'm just saying he's a spokesperson, like he is.
As soon as Phil Spencer says or as soon as someone suggests an idea or like suggested any aspect of the Xbox One, and the rest of the board didn't immediately say no, then something's gone wrong in the process here.
Like, well, I think I will. This is a slight complaint I have about Nintendo as well. But they do seem to be completely out of touch with their consumer, and I don't know.
Nintendo as well.
I think Nintendo are because of just their products, but we'll get onto that.
I think more this year than they have been in at least the past 3 years. I think Nintendo is actually reading the internet this year. But like I said, we have a Nintendo slot.
I don't know much about the 3DS. I was more talking about the Wii U.
Well, no, either the Wii or the Wii. Oh yeah, the Wii U I don't count as a thing. I like to talk about Nintendo as if they're a handheld company at this point.
But
I mean, we had it confirmed that it'll be online once a day, or your games console stops working. But thankfully, your games console will still have the TV. Yeah.
There you go.
Thank you, Microsoft.
Hey, and if you don't like that, buy a 360, son.
Yeah, because then you can have your £429 brick and an Xbox 360.
More than that.
Is it?
Yeah. Oh no, it might be $429. They haven't taken the exchange rate into account, which is kind of weird.
That is kind of strange. But that's the other thing. I mean, fucking hell, the PS4 is even cheaper and it looks nicer.
Oh.
How do you fuck it up on every level? Like, could the Xbox and Xbox One not at least look fucking awesome and like give us something to do. There is nothing here.
You watched the Sony conference, didn't you?
Yeah.
Oh my god, the cheers when they were mentioning all the details. Like, did you see when you see the Xbox when they mentioned the price? No one said anything. When they said it in the PS3 conference, the cheering went on for at least 40 seconds. It was incredible.
I was expecting Yoshida to just do like a round of high fives, like kind of Truman Show style, like slow motion,
just running through the crowd.
Yeah. It's like
I expected Jack Trenton to just like jump into the crowd and like be carried off.
I sent you that picture, didn't I, of like the edited Wikipedia article after the conference.
Oh yeah, I saw it separately.
Yeah.
But that was so funny. That was just like hilarious.
And I take it you saw the little like how to trade used games on the PS4 thing.
Yeah. Did you see the list of burn units one?
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
It was like no, I mean. It's annoying as well because I wrote this poem about like, which is probably going to go up soon, about how the PS4 and the Xbox One are kind of not compatible, and I think by the time it posts, then I'm already going to have to retract my decision. But
you know what's weird actually? Like, what's strange is aside from the online thing and sort of the price and all the kind of like it's because it's not as powerful as a PS3. What I've heard.
What, the PS4?
No, the No, it's not. It's the Xbox One isn't as powerful as the PS4. I think it's because of like the type of RAM they're using. But I was reading apparently like from other people like the architecture's better and like the games will just look better. Like
okay, that's
from
very
what I've
strange.
heard. Well, I mean, I don't know. They're a Japanese company. I kind of like. I think that aren't the Japanese better at doing stuff like this? Although
Well, they can
again,
miniaturize to a bitch,
it's
but
a-
I mean,
well,
I guess you'd
it is
expect
AMD.
you'd expect it to be at least as powerful. I mean, it seems kind of cheeky.
Well, I don't know. Even the PS3 was more powerful than the Xbox 360. Like this usually aside from the Xbox like and the PS2 like that the PS3 the PlayStation stuff is usually more powerful. But
True.
well yeah, but so the Christ, what was I actually going to say? Oh my god. Yeah, so anyway, like their actual like opinion on like pre-owned games is weird because really they're saying basically the same thing. Like the Xbox says we'll have pre-owned games we're going to have our pre-owned game system as a standard unless the publisher asks for it not to be the case. Whereas Sony is saying we'll have no DRM on pre-owned games unless the publisher asks for the opposite. It's just that they're basically doing the same thing. It's just that Sony is just saying there'll be none unless someone asks for it, and whereas Microsoft is saying there'll be some unless someone asks for it to be taken away.
True. Well,
It's just so strange that they like because they're really asking for the same thing, but like just the way they presented it really just makes Microsoft look like the assholes in this.
Well, this is the thing, because this is probably where I'm gonna still post up what I wrote because I still think while the PS4 the Sony conference was obviously superior, then Sony are getting a lot of credit for basically just because like at the end of the day, the things like the no used game or the no backwards compatibility and the not transferable PSN store purchases, these are still pretty assholish moves, and like I think. I mean, giving them credit for not stooping to the Xbox level for one, yeah, sure, but I still think it's still a kind of slightly sad situation where we're applauding them for the fact that we own our games.
Yeah, I didn't think that was legally the case anyway.
Well, that we own our games.
Yeah, I don't know, like
We'll find that we have the power to trade our games.
I think well they're being praised for just keeping it the same, which is I think that's fine. That's a respectable thing to do. But then again, it's all like what we're gonna do. Just I guess relatively, we have to say thank you.
Well, I guess.
Because
I suppose the thing is that the reason the applause was so great and stuff is because we thought Sony were basically gonna do the same thing.
Yeah.
And so the fact we were in that situation is pretty shoddy. I mean, you know what it's like? It's like that fucking Chris Rock sketch where he's like, "I've never been to jail." And it's exactly like Sony is just stating things that should be apparent.
Oh yeah.
And then it's fine. But no, yeah, I mean.
Well, I guess the real thing is that like the case has always been that you only have pre-owned games would have always been like sort of like would have always been like sort of constrained if we had the technology to do so. And now that
I
we,
know, I
and
always
now that
thought the
we,
industry liked pre-owned games for some reason. I mean, clearly everyone was fucking hating on them. But when I used to go in there as a kid, and I thought the pre-owned game industry was a great part of the games
it
industry.
is, but like I don't. The main company doesn't like it because in the short term it doesn't bring them any profit.
Well, yeah, but this is the thing. I mean, like, never has like the Xbox, but even the PS4, there seems to be like this weird
Yeah.
thing where like putting the consumer first is considered like a kind of, oh, that's a really nice bonus.
Well,
Like, no, fuck it.
no, I
Like,
mean it's good business practice, and it's possible for a company to exist without doing that. So when a company actually does it, it's it's just better. Like it's just we should praise things like that. But the thing about like really what I think Sony's being praised for is that they now have the technology to constrain things like this, whereas we didn't really last generation. But they're just not doing it, which is a respectable thing to do.
yeah, I
because
suppose.
yeah, it's sort of like it's like hey, the NSA thing. You have the technology to watch everyone. That doesn't mean, and if you choose not to do it, that's absolutely fantastic. Thank you for not doing that. Exactly.
Unfortunately, they
Yeah.
did.
Well, exactly. That's
We'll ignore that. But hey, we beat them to it because we record our conversations anyway and post them to the internet. So fuck you, NSA.
I have nothing to hide.
Yeah.
Allah. Oh no, I let it slip. The
Uh-oh.
So yeah, I mean, like, yeah, I mean, what with the Microsoft like conference
Oh
itself?
yeah, let's talk
What
about
did you think? Like,
about games.
there were games.
There was
There were games.
there was like I think I saw like a World of Tanks. That's a game, right?
I think the main problem with the Microsoft one, in my opinion, was like, I don't know, a lot of the games, like, yeah, most of them were available on the other consoles, so that's just nice. They didn't have as many good world premieres. Like, they had like Rise, but shit, they didn't have like Watch Dogs at the Sony content. It had like a massive demo, and so did Black Flags. You just didn't get that at the Microsoft one.
Wait a second, sorry, keep talking quickly.
Sorry. So yeah, like just like yeah, like, and you even had a massive Destiny world premiere. Like Sony had some really fucking good world premieres.
Wait.
I guess it's like it's not like a big problem, but yeah, even on like the exclusive side, like I think Sony just had like nice looking exclusives.
Well,
Like
yeah, well, they just had exclusives. I mean, what is a Xbox exclusive? I mean, there's the Halo, I guess, or whatever.
they got the Halo, which they didn't show anything for. So who really cares?
Yeah.
We they don't need to show anything. We know what it's going to be.
Well, yeah.
It's going to be more of the fucking same. Like I didn't even like Halo 4 that much. Halo has been a dying dog. I don't know why they think anyone cares. Then they had Dead Rising 3.
Is Dead Rising pretty exclusive?
Yeah, but
Wow.
like Dead Rising's always been an exclusive to the Xbox though. So like,
I never knew. No, it's not. I swear you can buy it on Steam.
oh,
What
I
do you
don't
mean
think you buy Dead Rising 1 as an exclusive. Dead Rising 2 isn't.
Oh, okay.
I
So
know I
Dead
got it
Rising 3
exclusive.
is.
Yeah, but I mean, like
Okay.
even like
Wow.
then again, like Kingdom of Hearts and Final Fantasy 15 aren't exclusives, but the fact that Sony showed them, I guess like so. Well, I mean, like I'm just complimenting Sony for having a better press conference.
No,
Like,
I agree. Well, I mean, this is the thing. I mean, like Sony blew it out of the water. Also, I think Kingdom Hearts actually is going to be a Sony exclusive, but I can't.
I've heard it isn't, but yeah,
Okay.
I mean it should be because it always has been. But I mean the yeah, like even so, like I always know Sony exclusives are going to be better because Sony, even with the
Japanese.
PlayStation, yeah, they've just always had a more interesting market. Like the fact they'll even give like, I mean, a lot of people might not like David Cage's games, like Heavy Rain and like Beyond Two Souls,
Hmm.
but the fact that you even like they even like give, you know, they allow people to have those type of games on that console just makes them more interesting off the bat. Like
Yeah, I
they
agree.
always have better exclusives just because usually their console's more powerful, but also like they just give more interesting people like development. And yeah, I didn't even need to see more interesting exclusives because I just assume Sony will have them because that's just what they've always done. And Microsoft sure as
True,
hell
well,
are
this is the,
demonstrating
like-
that they want to play around with
World of
anything.
Tanks. This, I mean, I swear, I found it excellent. This is going to be like a slight tangent, but like this is I think it's just a further proof that Xbox has got kind of dreadfully wrong with the Xbox. Like, my friend's Xbox Gold account ran out,
Yeah.
and now he can't access love films that he pays for because he doesn't have Gold. Like,
Right.
what fucking like layers and layers of bullshit is this? Like, I swear Xbox is catering purely to kind of white, like middle class, like us, but we don't
No.
want it. like this whole like online refresh thing, like that isolates pretty much everywhere that isn't Britain, Canada, Australia, sometimes,
Yeah.
and
Exactly.
fucking
My internet fucks up
America.
quite a lot because I'm in the middle of. My internet fucks up quite a lot because I'm in the middle of a city.
Yeah.
And it
Hell,
just
mine. Like I said, I can't. I literally can't connect my 360 to my router because the two are incompatible.
that's so
So
odd.
if that kind of thing happens again with the Xbone, then I have a fucking brick to deal with.
And even like with like because PlayStation now needs like it now uses PlayStation Plus to play online. So you pay for online now. I mean but the thing about PlayStation Plus is I already have PlayStation Plus, and you get like 4 or 5 games like a month free, and you get like loads of discounts. Like it literally pays for itself. And the thing, and then also
Will that continue?
yeah, that will
If
continue.
they're gonna
Your
because
PlayStation, your current
you pay for online now, don't you?
yeah, your PlayStation, but your PlayStation Plus subscription carries on to the next console, and it also works for the PS Vita. So on all 3 consoles, you'll be getting free games. So at one point, if I get a PS Vita and a PS4, I'll be getting 3 times the amount of games. So I'll be getting like 12 free games a month, and plus, like, you get massive discounts on games. Whereas the Xbox Live one is more expensive, and you only get 2 free previous generation games. Like you get Assassin's Creed 2.
I was
Like,
gonna say you get Assassin's Creed 2,
Yeah.
which, as we all know, is a fine fucking game.
Exactly,
And you
it's a great
get
game.
Halo.
Exactly, it's a
free.
great game, but you like why aren't you
No,
getting like modern indie games free?
I'm being stupid, like I said, because like that video you sent me pointed out, those games cost £5 a piece in game now, in the
Yeah, exactly.
GameStop or whatever. So it's it's not even paying half for itself. And gold has always been ridiculously expensive. Like I have 12
Yeah.
bucks of gold in over there, and I haven't refreshed it because it's pointless. I can't connect to the internet. Like fuck.
Exactly. But I mean, yeah, just like Sony is just better value. It just seems, and I'm a bargain man, so I'll go for that.
Well, I mean, it's not even. I mean, just it's not even the money. I think it's on principle for me, at least. I mean, just the Xbox, the Xbone. I'm gonna keep calling it the Xbone. It doesn't deserve a proper name.
No.
Is atrocious. It's. I hope it dies. I mean, I can't see it shipping like this. Like they can't honestly think this will sell well.
Yeah,
Can
they must do.
Well,
Like,
but
I guess.
I mean, because I've seen a couple of people say they pre-ordered it, but like those people are retarded. Like as in, like I judged them as that beforehand. I don't.
I guess if you just want Xbox exclusives, if you really want Dead Rising 3, your internet is perfect, and you don't lend your games.
You really fucking love the NFL.
Yeah, then I guess if you love the NFL, then yeah, I guess it makes sense to buy an Xbox. I mean, like, just I don't like Microsoft's exclusives usually, and also I can't have a console with what they are like offering at the moment because my console just won't work. So yeah, I wouldn't get it. I guess if you have all the perfect things and you don't really give a shit about the business practice, then I guess it's fine.
You know what the other old fucking cheek is?
What?
Like it doesn't even it's not even you have to connect to any internet. You can only connect to 1.5 meg internet as well. So you even need fucking like pretty damn decent internet.
1.5 meg isn't that good, is it?
It's still like it's still a shade above what some of the people I know have.
Jesus.
Yeah, well, exactly. I think Microsoft of all people are overestimated how many people have decent internet.
Well, they all it's just they're out of touch. They're all like they all live in fucking nice, fucking condos.
Exactly. I mean, think about like the emerging like Xbox markets in like Brazil and stuff like that. Like they're never gonna go for an Xbox now, and they probably like fucking NFL.
Exactly. Well, I think piracy's through the roof in Brazil. But like, yeah, they still buy games and like, but yeah, like Brazilian internet's terrible. I think. Yeah, it is. What I've heard. Like, I know that like playing online with in Brazil doesn't really work that well because the ping's so high. I have heard that complaint. But
well, clearly, Microsoft has solved that problem because now you can't play it.
Exactly. We've cut off the whole of South America. The bastards. So. Yeah, I mean,
so,
yeah.
Onto Sony, though I think we've been kind of crisscrossing between the two because it's strange. I think Nintendo have really sunk into their kind of role from Generation 6, because like with the GameCube was never really a serious competitor, but it did quite well and it was quite humble and it was nice. And most people had a GameCube.
I mean, the fact like I always like complain like I'll never get a Nintendo console because the third party support isn't there, but they've done quite well without any third-party support.
Yeah, they do really well. Like, I'm always surprised. Like,
Not anymore. Like the sales of the Wii U are terrible.
Oh well, the Wii U
Like,
was a poorly realized console.
And the
but
Wii sales have dribbled out.
That's yeah, but I mean, think how much money they made on the Wii. Like, they did incredible off of that. They did better than Microsoft or Xbox did because Microsoft or Xbox, Microsoft or Sony. Because, I mean, Sony was still losing money up until recently, weren't they?
Yeah, well, they've been losing money anyway, because, like,
but, like, not only was every Nintendo console sold a profit, but there was also a hell of a lot more of them sold.
It's true. I mean, yeah, I mean, Leo, do you want to? I mean, Sony, to be honest, like, have we really covered?
I think when we went into analogies about high fives and stuff, so yeah, I think we've covered Sony pretty well.
I think we've even like covered their games, like Kingdom Hearts, Final Fantasy 15. I think I've played.
I'm looking forward to Kingdom Hearts 3.
There you go.
Finally.
You're looking forward to Kingdom Hearts 3. I'm not really a big fan of those like franchises. I haven't played Kingdom Hearts, but I have played Final Fantasy. I don't really like it. Although I have noticed Final Fantasy is now real time fighting, seemingly, like Kingdom Hearts.
Some of it is. It's they like.
It's interesting. That's an interesting way of.
Weird. It's slightly weird, but yeah. I mean, other than that, there's just some quite nice looking games on it. Like I said, I mean, the fact that Star Wars Battlefront we'll get to that later, isn't on PC for like a year or something.
Yeah.
Which is pretty unacceptable in itself, but that's also a nice thing about having a console that looks remotely viable at this point.
So the Free Radical Battlefield is done now.
Yeah, it's dead. It's EA with DICE all the way.
Okay, fair enough. Speaking of there, should we just like sort of because like most of these games were just shown at the Sony press conference.
Yeah.
So do you want to? So yeah, I mean like EA. What else? EA showed at like that sort of not really like just a tech demo really for what Mirror's Edge 2 could look like. Are you excited about Mirror's Edge 2? I've been waiting for Mirror's Edge 2 for fucking ages. I hope it's longer. I don't really get why Mirror's Edge 2 isn't a downloadable title because it's not long enough to warrant it being on disc.
Well, like you said, I mean, it depends how long it is. If they're going to make like a sweeping epic of a game, but I can't really imagine, like, because I think Mirror's Edge 1 is a nice length. I think 30 hours or more of that free running, and I'd get pretty bored or annoyed.
It's true. Well, it's got all the time trial stuff, but I mean, like, even so, I don't really get what what annoyed me most was that Mirror's Edge's like 2's like trailer focused a lot on the combat. And the combat in Mirror's Edge doesn't really work that well.
Terrible, except the dropkick. The dropkick was cool.
I only pulled that off once by accident, and I got an achievement for it. I was like, good, I'll never do that again. But yeah, I mean, like, yeah, the fact there's, I mean, I don't really know what like other things you can do with Mirror's Edge. Like, there's still stuff to fix, but really, like, I think Faith is basically pulling off everything a human being can do.
Yeah, well, she feels, and like I think Mirror's Edge fills a good niche because there aren't enough. Like you got Assassin's Creed, but that's not focused on free running. He just happens to be quite agile.
Yeah,
I think it's a niche that can be filled, and that fills it quite nicely. So I don't think it really needs to branch out.
Sure, it's a cool idea anyway. I'm glad that EA are even like investing money in it.
Because I assumed it was dead. I can't remember why. I think I was pretty. It was when the Italian site leaked it on Amazon. Amazon leaked Mirror's Edge 2, and then I was shocked that it still existed. It was a thing.
Fair enough. I mean, what else have you done? They did Dragon Age 3, which I hate Dragon Age.
I'm also not a Dragon Age fan, but yeah, and I don't think I'll be buying 3 judging from that trailer alone. But
a lot of trailers just like that, just sort of like I like that like Watch Dogs will like do a nice looking CG trailer and then like at least show a lot of gameplay. Like the Watch Dogs demo at Sony.
I think Watch Dogs is the first game in like forever where I first saw a gameplay trailer rather than a cinematic one.
True.
Like I think they yeah, they seem to be really. I guess it's just because it looks fucking awesome to play, and so I'm like, look at this shit.
You saw the mission where you have to get the guy at that apartment, didn't you?
Yeah.
That looks so fucking fun. I can't wait to play that game. It looks so good. I love Ubisoft. Like Ubisoft are like for like EA, like we slag them off and like say they like or when they make like a Mirror's Edge, like it's like, oh nice, EA are making an interesting game concept. But like Ubisoft are pretty like consistently good at just doing really like nice IPs.
Yeah, no, I really like Ubisoft.
For the big company, yeah, Ubisoft are like they sort of have almost a sort of like interesting indie developer thing about them.
I mean, hell, even the attempt at DRM, even Uplay's not terrible. I mean,
Uplay's like, alright.
Yeah, they give you currency for the achievements you get. I can get behind that.
Yeah, I've always wanted that. Like they do it. I mean. mean, what else is there? Like, yeah, they've got a new Splinter Cell coming out.
You got Black Flags.
You got Black
obviously,
Flags,
which is looking better by the moment. Like, I'm sorry, Ubisoft, that I ever doubted you.
There's a there was a thing called The Division, which
yeah, I don't know if you'd have to take that if.
It looked a lot like basically how Destiny would play, and that it would be sort of an open world, sort of 4-player kind of like group shooter.
Okay. Yeah.
But it was set in just a disease-ridden world, where Destiny is set in like a sci-fi future, post-apocalyptic world. I think. Did you see Destiny?
I haven't seen nearly enough of Destiny, given how hype everyone's getting about it. But yeah, I've seen some of it.
Destiny, yeah. I mean, like it looks a lot like Halo, but like it looks big as fuck, and like the fact that just like the online play with other people in a world that big looks quite good. It sort of looks like Borderlands. But just, I mean, it's made by Bungie, and like as much as like Bungie can like fucking like drain a franchise, but like Halo 1 is a really good game.
No, I think
still
even
very good
up to
at
Halo 3, it was it's an impressive game. I wouldn't say I ever enjoyed it I didn't enjoy it for the same reasons that the entire world seemed to, but no, they were well-made games.
Yeah, they had a really nice atmosphere about them, and the world was interesting.
Yeah. Music was really fucking good.
The music in Halo is fucking lovely.
Yeah. It's weird. I think that's what I think of when I think of Halo, which is definitely not what most people probably go for.
And the fact they have like a 10-year plan with it, like Destiny at least seems to be getting a lot of investment into it. And then we have back to The Division, like at least Ubisoft are making another slightly interesting IP, which could be interesting. It might not be, but at least it's a big open world 4-player co-op online game. Sounds quite interesting.
I get behind that. To be fair, there's not enough cooperative games as it is, so they can keep pumping those out. Like those rumors about Black Flags being cooperative, though I think those have died to death for now.
But will it be cooperative on the same console? Because I'm getting a bit sick of the whole. You have to have another friend who owns the fucking game. That pisses me off.
Oh, what do you mean? Do you mean like as in on the console or?
Yeah, just on the console. They've stopped doing like on the same console co-op.
Oh, like that.
Yeah,
no, that's probably gone, unfortunately. I don't know. It's a shame because that's another thing, because like that has died to death quite significantly. Like one of the few games I think that you can actually do that in is Dynasty Warriors now, and that was another appeal of consoles. Like consoles seem to be losing quite a lot of the appeal originally that made them, want to play them. Like when you got the GameCube, you knew it would work. You knew you could plug 4 controllers in and have fun with your friends.
Exactly.
And you knew nothing would hold you back. And now, not quite so much.
But yeah, again, they are just cheap, homogenized PC. Like 349 quid for a PC is good.
Yeah, it's very good.
Exactly. Like I don't even.
I wouldn't buy. I mean, I think that's pretty much the threshold of what I'm willing to pay. Good.
Fair enough.
Sorry, this is awkward. We'll wait until this is finished ringing. There we go.
There we go.
On to Nintendo with that.
Yeah, I guess like what else I was talking about with Ubisoft, like they have the EA have. I can't really think of anything else EA showed. But speaking of Ubisoft, again. You must have seen like what's up. Oh God, who's that woman who was in charge of Ubisoft? Girlwood.
Oh yeah.
Did you watch the Ubisoft press conference?
No, I didn't watch the entire thing.
Oh my God, she was so annoying and unfunny. She's the woman that played.
She got a lot of slating.
Damn straight, like she played like Joey's girlfriend and that woman in Archer, and oh my God, just everything like saying, "Oh man, that was killer, that was awesome." It's like, yeah, oh God, not everything's killer. Like it was, no. I loved it. Like sort of her excitement, like it, like it's so incredible. Like just because you're paid to be excited. Like you still need to rein it in to not look like you're sort of being paid to do it. Like even Jack Tretton, whenever like he comes on stage, he's like, "That looked good. That looked very good." Like Jack Tretton comes on, he compliments her a bit. She can go from watching a demo of Watch Dogs, which looks genuinely quite fun and original, and saying, "Oh man, that was awesome," and then the next game she shows is Let's Dance 2014. And she comes back on stage and says, "That looks amazing." It's like, right, you cannot have the same excitement for Watch Dogs and Just Dance 14. I know you're lying now.
Yeah, you've devaluated your claim of it being awesome.
Exactly. it's.
That is, I know I hadn't seen it though. Like I said, I think most people were just laughing at her name though, which perhaps speaks volume about the video games journalism industry.
Jesus. Okay, right. I was just laughing at who she is, not what she is.
What she's called.
What she's called.
But no, yeah, I didn't even realize she was actually an actress. That's kind of terrible.
Oh yeah. She was in the last one. I don't know why they keep bringing her back because even in the last year she was fucking irritating. She does a terrible job. Maybe they keep bringing her back. I mean, she sort of looked like someone. I remember me and Simon watching it, and she just looks like someone who's sort of been dragged off the street, and they're like holding her son hostage, and they say like they're screaming down the microphone at her, if you don't act excited, we're gonna kill him, and it looks like someone who's just been thrown on stage. Just go, yeah, that's amazing, just trying anything to save the life.
Oh,
of
the
her son.
terror!
Exactly,
Terror.
it's incredible. You know, it looks like she hasn't fucking prepared. Just even like the bantering, like she just can't. She's nervous, so she can't stop talking. And so she says a joke, and she doesn't wait for the other person to respond. So she just keeps standing there, just trying to say funny things. It's amazing how much she panics.
That is awful.
Exactly. But,
did you see actually? Speaking of, I guess, women in video games, we're not going to talk about it much, but that stupid rape joke that the world latched onto.
Yeah, like not a rape joke.
No, completely not.
Just a sort of bit of, you know, it's like I hate the word banter, but I guess it was banter.
No, well, it's just game talk. It's just like, oh, you can't do anything, so prepare
just
to be beat.
Yeah, just let it happen. Just let it happen. But yeah, like people getting genuinely offended.
Amazing.
Yeah, it wasn't a rape joke, so there's nothing to talk about.
Indeed.
Done. Just that is it.
EA released the plethora of sports games, though we're not going to pretend they're actually games and talk about them.
Yes,
but
exactly. Now,
just to appease people, FIFA, UFC, NFL, Madden.
So NFL, hey, NFL's cropping up a lot recently.
Why watch NFL? Why play an NFL game when you can watch it on your fucking Xbone?
You can be playing an NFL game and then say television and watch NFL, and then you can get out your Windows phone and sort of you just literally control the players on screen using through their brain.
Microsoft hunts back your credit card details into the NSA database.
And the Kinect just watches you and masturbates.
Oh, God. It's a grim fate. Oh yeah, that's one thing. Oddworld. Did you see there's another one of those?
I did. I am pissed off. Like, you expected me to be happy.
Yeah, I was waiting. I was waiting for a little glee. Go on now.
I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why I'm pissed off. There are that fucking game series is a quintology. It contains it should have 5 main games and 5 bonus games. They keep saying that they're going to crack on with the bonus games. All I see is some fucking company that keeps making HD remakes. They said they were going to stop making HD remakes. They said they were going to crack on with actual games. What do I find now? They're making a fucking HD remake of fucking Oddworld called New and Tasty. They just released, they might be working on a mobile version of Stranger's Wrath and Munch's Odyssey. They're a really small company, so they only work on one game at a time. I want them to make more interesting games. Because to be honest, they haven't actually demonstrated that they're a good games company and that they're good at making games. All they've demonstrated is they're good at making HD remakes of stuff. I played fucking Oddworld. I don't need to play it again. I don't need it in fucking 3D because, to be honest, like, play Oddworld again. Oddworld still looks really nice because all of the background stuff and all of the sprites are like hand drawn. And if you play like a high resolution version of it, it looks fucking lovely. There is no reason for this game to be getting remade.
I'm sorry I brought it up.
Yeah, just you should like look at the. It looks all fucking cartoony and shit now. Like the first like Oddworld just looked like a painting. And it looked all creepy, and now it looks like this fucking stupid sort of 3D painting. I want them to make new games. I don't find it charming that they're just remaking old games. I think it's boring. But yeah, so that was like, I don't know why they keep getting excited and why anyone's excited about what Just Add Water are doing with the Oddworld franchise, because it's just the same old shit. They're just going for money. And if they're going to invest that money to make like the best fucking like Squeaks Odyssey in the world, then I'll be happy. But like until now, they've just pissed away time, not doing anything interesting. I thought their appearance at E3 was just quite underwhelming. They just basically announced, yeah, here's a game that we have been making, and you know we've been making. And yeah, it looks like a game that we made 10 years ago. Oh, fantastic! Can't wait to not buy that because I already own like 2 copies of it.
I did not expect that.
Yeah.
Fair
No,
enough.
it's just boredom. Yeah,
Yeah,
I want my Oddworld games.
that's fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess if anything, that's more dedication to
I
the
mean,
franchise.
I'm glad that at least people are buying like playing Oddworld
Oh yeah, I mean
games.
clearly there's a
'Cause-
market for this, if nothing else.
Exactly. I think have you played them yet?
No, I haven't. I don't think I own them.
They're on like Steam. Go buy them.
Okay, I'll play them over the summer, so
Fair
I
enough.
can be as angry as you with the unfulfilled dreams. But
Good. Yeah.
okay, so Ubisoft, we content? You like
Yeah, I
Ubisoft?
mean, yeah, Ubisoft are just making a lot of interesting games.
We don't like EA. Kind of like EA.
Kind
They're
of like,
making Battlefront and Mirror's Edge, but Battlefront will probably be loaded with Dead Space free kind of DR pay to win shit. So
Sure.
whatever. The
Yeah.
Oya, I guess we talked about that briefly.
oh no, we haven't. But like,
Okay. Okay, well, I mean, I think
I
they might.
we talked about it outside of the podcast. You think you're constantly being listened
I'm confused. Why is my not? Why have I not just turned myself into the Truman Show already? But
to.
but
Yeah. What did you think about the weird thing? Like,
I thought that the Oya is being kind of clamped down upon is bad, and like obviously, I mean that's a very kind of blanket statement. But I think that I kind of support that they've decided to not be at E3.
yeah.
Like, I mean, if the ESA is going to be literally that big an asshole about it when you
Well-
don't play by their rules,
Well,
then maybe it's worth it.
they rented space. Like
But yeah, they
were
rented the
legally
parking
there.
lot. It's all parking lot. It's all legal.
It was babyish. I
Maybe.
mean, I'm not particularly interested in the
Depends on
Wii.
how much the parking lot costs. If the parking lot costs more than than an E3 booth,
Yeah. Pointless.
then babyish. If it was literally you're shutting indie developers out with your ridiculous shit, then fine.
So it's like being at Alton Towers, and just as you're about to go in, somebody says like, "Ooh, I can give you a piggyback and run you around the car park." It's like, no, I think I'll go in and ride the proper fucking rides. So I don't know who would go to that car park to look at the Wii.
I probably would in solidarity if
I
I
would-
said if it was.
I would for like 10 minutes.
But then
I
again,
wouldn't-
that's the other annoying thing because this would be much more interesting if I actually cared about the people, because I don't care about the Oya. But,
I mean, I like that. Like it's like it's got freeware on it, so you can like make your own games. But like the PC has that, so
it doesn't appear, and it's the
Stupid
fact it's
shit.
like Android based and stuff, and that it was
Yeah.
kickstarted by idiots is that it kind
Yeah.
of.
yeah. I don't see why they didn't take some of the Kickstarter budget for like advertising, like I don't know E3.
Like I said, if it was
Um,
like Tim Schafer or something like out in the parking lot, then I'd be much more willing to go be solid with him. But the Oya guys can
No.
go.
I mean, they got fucked over, and yeah, that's a shame. But they could have. I reckon they could have got a booth.
Probably.
Like if they are just not going into E3 because of like principles, what is even the principle? Like E3 it's not like fundamentally corrupt. Like there's a lot of original ideas in E3. It's not
Mm.
like it's all like the people say like, oh, the gaming market's stale. It's really not. Like just don't
I
keep
don't know.
on.
The core money makers of the gaming market are incredibly stale.
Oh, fair enough. But I mean, like but you still get like loads of good indie titles and stuff like that. Like there's a lot of interesting game ideas out there. Like Octodad, that looks fantastic.
True,
I
but when
didn't really
when Xbox feels like they're content to sell their machine purely on the fact that there's a dog in COD now,
True.
then you know something's gone awry.
Yeah, I mean, guess just try not to. But yeah, I'm gonna vote with my wallet.
Oh yeah,
But,
invariably. But
But I mean, I know a lot of people aren't, which is gonna be a shame.
well, they are, but they're just gonna vote stupidly.
I mean, like, I don't think Xbox have really made. I don't think Microsoft have actually really made a profit on the Xbox yet.
Well, the 360.
Yeah, they because they lost so much to the Xbox One, and then they lost a lot with the 360 because of all the recalls. I think they've lost like over $1 billion.
You can't call
from
it the
what I've heard.
Xbox One anymore.
Oh, true. Shit, the Xbox, just the Xbox.
See,
And
this
then,
is
like,
why it's a stupid fucking name.
It is a stupid name. I agree. The Xbox 3, done.
Yeah, bang. Anyway,
Well,
so I think we've just got Nintendo now because
Nintendo,
we've jumped over everyone else.
I'm sort of coming up to them like a dirty rapist, ready to complain.
I'm gonna have to defend my deal. Go on then.
Right.
So we joined them. I don't know. So I mean I thought the Nintendo Direct conference bit could be summed up into three pretty distinct bits of kind of
Yeah.
Wii U, 3DS, Pokemon.
True.
But
I actually like. Did you like the Nintendo Direct format? I actually thought it was alright. I mean, without the crowd, like you don't get that kind of way. But like the fact they,
well, I really like that guy. I mean, I've watched quite a lot of his announcements now.
I think he's very stiff.
As you know, I think he's quite soothing. I'll just listen to. I could listen to him talk for a long time.
Watching the format wasn't supposed to be funny. I thought it was really funny just watching a video game and then hearing a very stiff Japanese businessman describe what you've just seen. I thought that was hilarious. Like,
Well, that is Japan.
I mean, I guess like I don't like when I see like Yoshida, like the head of Sony, and then I see him. Like Yoshida to me just seems like a more just a better sort of like Japanese businessman ruler. Like he's just much more. I don't know. He's much more like sort of fluent and like more open. Whereas that guy just I don't really follow the Nintendo people. I made characters out of them, but he just seems very stiff and awkward.
No,
and
I find him kind of cute. Like I always think he's quite nervous.
He's kawaii.
He probably isn't, but you know, I guess I've made a character out of him. But no, yeah, I mean he's fine. I was kind of disappointed. I don't think it might have happened yet actually, but there was supposed to be a 90-minute kind of Q&A session on Pokemon with I'm gonna mispronounce his name, but I think he's called Tetamori.
Yeah.
The main guy behind it, one of the main guys behind it. But like I said, as of yet, that's not released. But there has been a shit ton of Pokemon bombshells, so it's all
Oh, I see. I mean, like, I'm not really a Pokemon
I know you're not a
guy,
Pokemon man, but I guess for just prosperity's sake and for those listening, if you haven't already heard about it, then there is an 18th type, which is pretty big, called the Fairy type, which there was a big kind of back and forth between fans about whether or not this was true, and obviously the half that got their thing confirmed have been ruthlessly stalking the half that been denying it for months now.
Jigglypuff has been hijacked by the fairy type, from what I've seen.
Exactly. Yeah, Jigglypuff is now fairy, which is an interesting thing for Super Smash Bros. Because
is Clefairy a fairy type? That would make more sense.
Yeah, Clefairy is as well. But like I said, they only confirmed specific ones, like Marill, which makes no sense in my opinion, is fairy. I guess fairy, like Marill being included as fairy means I guess just kind of cute stuff is now fairy.
Pink. I did notice a lot of pink in that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's a girl. It's a girl type, as they say. Which is one thing that people are deriding Nintendo for. They said that they're being too cutesy. I mean, fairy's a legitimate type. I mean, you've got dragon. That's a mythical creature.
Fair enough.
We seem to forget this thing. It's just because fairy. I mean, and I quite like. I mean, the fairy mythos is pretty interesting. You can do some cool things with it, and the Pokemon meta game needs a new type. But yeah, too much time spent on types. There's also a new Pokemon released. 8 directions rather than 4, so you can now go to the sides. You can use the touchpad to kind of stroke your Pokemon and feed them.
Yeah, what the fuck was that?
Creepy.
That was weird.
Cool.
Like Lucario, like in like.
Oh, he enjoyed that way too much.
Lucario in Brawl is like, and then he's like just him eating a cake.
Yeah.
It's like Lucario, what the fuck? Why are you being so fucking gay? This is just creepy.
You can like rub his belly as well. Like, I saw a guy. He was talking about how people like furries, etc., are definitely going to use that in the wrong way. Just going,
oh, Lucario, do you like that? Do you want some cake? Oh, Lucario. He
said dick is a starless. You wait. I know these people.
I reckon you're going to be stronger than... You're such a sick bastard.
I won't. Well, unless there's some battle benefit to stroking them, then fuck no. Also, the name, like, Pokemon on me, that is funny.
No, what else was there? There was
Super Smash Bros. Is the kind of the big kind of oh shit. The fact it's being released on Wii U and 3DS, I find insanely cool. Partially because I just got a 3DS.
Oh yeah, Battle Royale already beat them to it though. Ooh.
Did they? What?
Yeah, PlayStation because it's on PS Vita as well.
Oh yeah, I remember that advert with.
And it looks just as good on Vita.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Which I'm not sure if it's a condemning of the PS Vita or the PS3.
I'm not sure what that means. I think that means they've pumped way too much time and money into the PS Vita for how much it sold.
I guess so. I mean, also on the PS Vita, you do get a free copy on the PS Vita when you buy it on the Wii. The PS3. I'm not sure if the Wii will do that.
There's going to be crossover. I think there's going to be because you can play against people on one and the other, can't you? Or at least that was what the advert implied.
Yeah, I thought that was crossover.
Because there was that princess man sitting on the toilet, which I didn't need to see. But yeah, no, I mean, because that's one thing that kind of annoyed me actually, because he said that the same amount of characters will be on the 3DS version as the Wii U version, which I mean, even though I own a 3DS, I would kind of like the Wii U version to have more characters,
Yeah,
because
because it is a disc.
yeah, because it's a lot more memory. I mean, unless though the 3DS is fucking impressive. Like, I'm not sure if you've been watching Simon play. Like, that thing is incredible.
Yeah, it looks like a nice console.
It's yeah. I mean, I didn't realize how much they've done. It's quite impressive. But yeah, no. I mean, obviously, I mean, when talking about Nintendo, let's kind of get the elephant in the room out of the way, which is that they have not pushed the game industry any further
Yeah,
in the
they
past 5 years.
Well, the thing is, oh shit, about Super Smash Bros. Though, like the trailer itself, like Villager and Mega Man.
Mm.
I'm not sure if they were like the most interesting. Actually, having like watched now like the creator of the game,
Yeah.
like give like a run through, they'd actually look quite interesting.
Have you seen the third announced character?
No.
Wii
The Wii
fitness
figure.
trainer.
Yes,
Yeah.
I did. See, that's funny. That's
That's funny. No, people are like going all crazy, like, oh, why the heck, like every other Nintendo character should be in now that the Wii Fit Trainer is in. Like, this is exactly like Game and Watch, or like what was it called? The stupid robot in Brawl. You played Brawl more than me.
Yeah, Rob
Rob.
the robot.
Yeah, it's like that. It's just another. It's a fun character. It's
Exactly.
a stupid ass character.
And I'd rather have
There's
fun
not
characters.
enough women in Super Smash Bros. As it is anyway. So
Yeah.
fuck
I
it.
don't think Villager is that much of a fun character because it's a villager.
Well, I think Villager is fun. Will be fun if you can put your Animal Crossing Villager in there. Like, I don't
True.
play Animal Crossing, but that I can see the appeal of that.
I mean, like from what I've seen, like the villager like seems to have really like complicated moves. Like he has to grow a tree and then knock it down and all that
Oh,
stuff.
great.
Like yeah, no,
He's going to be in the low tier then.
yeah, well, yeah, the villager looks like quite interesting. And Mega Man especially, like he's got no real like actual direct moves. It's all like with like
Well,
shooting.
I was going to say he's got his
Weapon
Mega
types,
Blast
well.
or whatever it's called. So
Yeah, so like yeah, no, I think like having seen the gameplay trailer, I'm more interested. Like when I was watching the trailer, I just thought, oh my god, that's such a shit boring reveal.
But no, yeah, the way I like the fact that they did that. Also, you can tell Simon that they are apparently releasing screenshots daily or whatever, like they did before.
Okay, fair enough.
So apparently, like I said, it was only on Twitter. I can never. Yeah, I always feel bad quoting Twitter verbatim because I could tweet anything.
True.
But it's from people I kind of trust. So, but yeah, so that's going to be fun.
Yeah,
that
so
was,
about yeah, go
go
on,
on.
sorry. No, I was gonna say anything wrong.
Oh yeah. Well, technically, I guess Super Smash Bros. Is part of this problem because Super Smash Bros. Has been around since kind of like the early 2000s or whatever, but maybe late 90s. But it's just the fact that we got Mario Kart,
Yeah.
Mario,
Which
Donkey
had
Kong.
hovering now. I mean, the courses look quite interesting, and they'll have new items. I don't really care anymore about Mario Kart. I thought Double Dash was the best one.
Me too. Double Dash was
Yeah.
incredible. I think
Exactly.
I think if they're ever going to try and beat it, then they need to add that back.
Yeah, because that was a really interesting, like,
yeah,
cool thing to have. But I
good
mean,
feature. But then, like I said,
I just thought it looked like a baby's console again. Like Donkey Kong Country, like yet again, it was like the same old shit, but now it has like that sort of at times like swirling camera where you're going through the barrels, which was a selling point. It's like this doesn't affect the game. This is just a cool sweeping effect.
now, as you traverse through Donkey Kong's world, the camera will go to dramatic new angles so you can see the action in ways never before seen.
Yeah, exactly. Like just that commentary was fantastic.
That,
Like-
yeah, he's amazing. I mean, I would love to speak like that every day. But yeah, no, I mean,
Yeah.
and then we saw Mario 3D World, which is on the 3DS, right? It must be. If it's
No,
called
it's on the
3D.
Wii U.
So it's a Wii U 3D.
It's a Wii U game.
It's called 3D, or is it just 3D as in every
Yeah.
console game's 3D?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's in 3D because yeah.
You can't really use that word anymore when you've got a 3D console bouncing around.
Exactly. It doesn't make much sense, baby.
I mean, back when Bubsy 3D was big news, then maybe.
I mean,
Like,
as soon as I saw the cat update, I was like, oh shit, they've got new suits. And then when I saw that the cat like sort of symbolism was all throughout just the title, like the O in the world is a paw, and the D has like a tail coming off it. I was like, oh, it's the only thing they've added.
yeah,
Okay.
I saw this because I
So-
actually came in at the cat suit. Like I missed the first couple of minutes.
Yeah, no,
And I was like,
it's all
ooh.
cat suit.
Yeah, I unfortunately gathered as much by
Yeah.
the end.
They've
But
had
yeah,
a-
I mean that's not being. To be fair, none of the core titles are being bought. I did see
Yeah.
And this is cool, though. This doesn't speak volumes for Nintendo. One of the biggest things I saw about the Nintendo reveal was a 20-second clip of a Sony game, but they are releasing Shin Megami Tensei 4, more commonly known as Persona 4, on the 3DS,
Oh shit.
which I'm really looking forward to because I didn't think I'd ever get to play a Persona game again.
There you go.
So that'll be fun. I'm
They
looking
also had,
forward to that.
they had Xenogears 2. That trailer that was just sort of walking. Looked nice though.
Yeah, no, I agree.
And what was the other one? Then there was and then they kind of showed like all the extra stuff like Batman, Arkham Origins, and Watch Dogs.
Yeah, they showed.
Deus Ex. Deus Ex on the Wii U.
Well, this is the thing with the Wii U. Like, I swear, because it was like there's like one of the releases from last year, wasn't it? That Arkham City was coming out on the Wii U.
Yeah.
And I was like at least with
That's
Origins,
already out,
it's
though.
coming out at the same time ish.
I mean,
So I don't want to play. I don't know if I want to play Arkham. Though I think there's an Arkham Origins coming out on 3DS as well.
yeah, there seems to be like a smaller, like baby version.
Well, of course.
There's one coming out the Vita, which is the actual version, I think, of Origins.
Really,
Yeah,
I'm impressed at these handhelds.
they are impressive. I mean, the oh, what else? There was another. Oh, Bayonetta 2 was obviously
yeah.
there. Yeah,
Yeah.
to be honest, like that just looked mental. I couldn't tell what the fuck was going on half the time.
No, as
Yeah.
ever, then Gun-Ho Sarah Palin is still kicking ass, but I don't really know why I should care.
Except now she's got short hair. Hearing him say, "Now the hair that was previously long is shorter for a more distinguished style." It was like that was fucking hilarious.
I love him. He's amazing.
He is great. But-
This is actually one of that as well as the fact that Peach is going to be playable in the Super Mario Brothers game.
Yeah.
Like those
Along
two
with
things. Are
Toad.
those two things were what I was referencing when I meant that Nintendo has been reading the internet.
Oh, I see.
That was, but yeah, I mean, it's not, it's not a big point. And also with kind of the Pokemon stuff, because I like not to go on about Pokemon too much, because obviously that's kind of the
Yeah.
specialist area or whatever. But then they've been really listening to what the people have been saying in this kind of shit.
Yeah. I mean,
And obviously the fact we're getting a Super Smash Bros. 4 at all, it means they must at least be listening. So
they're listening. I mean, I'm not sure if they're not. They might be listening and making what people want. I'm not sure it's the most interesting stuff. I don't really get what the Wii U is really like. The third-party support I can't see lasting long when the next generation comes out. Like with the Wii One, or like with the Wii or the GameCube, because obviously that had like disk space problems. But,
well, I
like,
think the thing
I
with
j-
go on.
I'm not. It's nowhere near my market. I mean, Jake was saying it's just quite funny how like people like they are like making games that look like they're for kids, but their fans are like 30-year-olds, which creates a very awkward situation where like they're trying to make it all happy and smiley, and yet like there's 30-year-olds who want to play it. Like they're like the main people behind it, which makes it sort of gives the Wii U sort of a creepy atmosphere. But yeah,
well,
like,
I think the Wii U is the kind of they've made a mistake, which was to release the Wii U as it was. They
Yeah.
can't really go back on that, but they're making the best of a bad situation. Like I said, I think it's left them in a situation more akin to the GameCube rather than the Wii, when they were obviously the unprecedented winners of the
Yeah.
sales market. So I think I like that Nintendo. Humble Nintendo with humble speaky man is nice.
and yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess their market now is just lots of Nintendo characters, like quite well-made games that we've all played before. But
Oh, Wind Waker! Shit! How did we forget that? The fucking Wind Waker remake looks cool.
yeah, it's in HD.
Yeah, but look at the pretty boat. Like that was something.
It looks nice.
That was good. Sorry, I wanted to bring that up.
You wanted
That's
to bring
why
it up with an HD. Yeah,
I
it
thought
looks
we were
nice.
gonna forget.
The however, like, oh shit, did you notice? Like, clearly the fucking developers are loving that new the new graphics power. Do you see how much fucking lighting effects was in Brawl and Mario Kart, the Mario Kart game?
Oh yeah.
Like, Jesus, so much lighting. I was like, oh, the lighting's lovely, but Jesus Christ, calm down. Like, we get it. Like, you're on a modern console, but you gotta chill out.
Well, how powerful is the Wii U? Do we know? I'm assuming
It's like, I think it has been stated, it's about as powerful as an Xbox and PS3, but I think it's quite hard to code for, so you probably won't be like see like games that look as good on it yet.
Very well. I mean, EA have already said, they said that they were going to be best friends, and then they never called. So
Exactly.
So
Yeah.
apparently they are going to start actually making games again, though I don't see them actually making any games again. So-
Ubisoft have what, like, no plans to make Wii U games,
Do they not? I thought Ubisoft
Oh, no.
were actually staying true to the
Oh, no,
to the
it's not.
cause.
or is it Wii U? It's not Ubisoft. What was
EA
it?
has very few plans.
It was EA. Okay, I think that's it. Yeah, like I can't see that it's going to sell well with third-party publishers, just for the sole fact that it's another development team that you got to make, and it's going to be a pain in the ass.
And then he's now had to use a fucking tablet.
Exactly. It will survive during those like awkward few months when like they're making the transition, but after that, the Wii U is just no. It will only have Super Mario World 3D 2 with like, oh, we got a lizard suit, and like the O will be a big lizard's eye, and that'll be it.
Is that your prediction?
That's my prediction. That's my prediction. That's my prediction. I mean, like, I wasn't really like. I'm glad. Like, the fact they didn't have an E3 conference makes sense now because they didn't really have much to release. Like, I've heard the 3DS has some good games coming out, but the Wii U just whatever.
No, I agree. I mean, well, the 3DS just seems to be wiping up. There is. I mean, I think we basically.
Yeah. They do seem to make games that are like on quite a small scale that they could all be like handhelds, but they just also happen to have a home console which they've also got to fill.
Well, the Wii U is basically a handheld by the look of it, isn't it?
Yeah, literally. But yeah, I mean, have you anything else to hear about E3, or is that like?
Well, there's the Elder Scrolls online, but we don't really.
I might get that. I've never been won over by a MMO before, but I like the fact they've now got a first-person view. It might kind of feel like Skyrim, and although I find Skyrim quite boring, I do like the atmosphere of Skyrim, and I do like doing quests mindlessly.
True,
so
and I guess cooperatively would be pretty fun.
Yeah, so maybe. I mean, I might do. I mean, I'll get it if you're getting it.
Yeah, I'll probably. Well, I mean, it's not free. It's not going on the free-to-play model, is it?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'll pay a month of subscription. I got disposable income, so that's fine.
Yeah, well, I'll give it a shot. Other than that, then GTA 5 released some pictures of some pretty vehicles. They seem to have really backed off from E3.
I've never seen Rockstar at E3.
Maybe they're too cool for it.
Do they even do like playthroughs of like GTA 4? They seem to just like release their games. I've never seen like an E3 demo of a Rockstar game.
No, you're right. Now I think about it. Maybe not. Maybe they are just too kind of. It'll sell. We don't need to worry about profit margins.
I mean, Agent, like their PS3 exclusive, I assume is just cancelled now.
Guess so.
And Last Guardian apparently is still getting made, but it never made an appearance, which is a shame.
Really? Oh, I heard someone making a joke about Last Guardian and how it will come out in like kind of Duke Nukem Forever time.
But it will be better than Duke Nukem Forever. Definitely.
Probably. Oh, The Witcher 3. That was one announcement just quickly because I kind of like the Witcher series, if only because it's the only video game series I know from Poland. But those guys have said that they're going to continue to support the Xbox One irrespective of DRM, which is something because apparently the rumors were that they weren't because Polish people are poor and don't have internet. That's a massive generalization. I apologize.
It's the second world, Aaron. It's alright. It's getting there.
Yeah, but not reliable internet. It just seems like it's going to be a very strange time for the console industry, like, because now more than ever, then there's kind of seemingly people are summing up a good guy and a bad guy, which I still think is kind of wrong. I still don't think anyone's perfectly in the right here. But,
they're not. But there is someone who's doing a better job.
There is someone who's noticeably more an asshole, which is all you can really ask for in life.
Yeah, I mean, like, it doesn't even seem. I mean, maybe they are doing it like in response to like certain like things, because maybe the piracy is higher and stuff. But I think it's the attitude, really. Like, even telling people to get an Xbox 360 if they don't like the Xbox One, it's like you've completely missed the point of what the entire new generation is. It's people get a new generation console because they want the new games, and so they just won't get that if they get their 360. It's just such a dickhead little sort of snipe. Your own customers as well.
Well, this is the thing. I mean, it's just for some reason, consumer rights or consumer kind of protection isn't the aim of this generation. It's a bonus.
True.
So, I don't know. Kind of sad. But hey, soon the Steam box will come liberate us all.
Jesus Christ.
That's a point. If Valve got a slot at E3 this year.
No, they didn't. They didn't go to E3.
I'm sure.
Because I guess they're working on Half-Life 3 or the Steam box or whatever the fuck it is they do these days.
I was going to say they're not working on Half-Life 3.
All they're doing is seemingly hosting fucking Dota 2 betas and competitions. I guess that's all they do now.
It's a winning fucking strategy. It's just the point. They sent me 25 copies. You can have one.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't need one.
How do they make money? But
I don't
yeah,
know.
I mean, I thought they were. Wait a second. I thought they were doing an E3 because I thought everyone was getting excited this year about Gabe Newell actually saying something for once. Oh wait, no, they're not.
There we go. And that's I mean, like we made this because I think there's like a few hours of E3 left, and like I didn't see anything else worth.
No,
sort
I
of
mean, well,
looking
yeah,
at.
I mean, if there's anything else, then it can get talked about in the weekly one whenever that happens,
There we
probably
go.
next week. But
So that's our opinions on E3.
yeah.
Aaron, you got anything else to say, or you're all happy?
Just deaf to the West.
Death to the West.
No, it's just, I know I like E3. People quit discussing the like validity of it or not, and I think it's a nice week, or
It
few
gets you
days.
excited. I mean, it gets
Yeah,
people
exactly.
talking, and like E3 last year, like wasn't that good. Because of the new generation, like we saw some genuinely good announcements this year.
No, I agree.
And
Which
like
is weird.
the Sony conference was just a really good conference, and yeah, like and the whole like Microsoft thing has given people to talk about. I think this has been a really good E3.
I agree.
Yeah.
I guess it's because we were at the tail end of a generation last year, and so nothing was really coming out. But equally, I think that's a bad it's a bad mechanism to work by, because obviously we're now getting game releases because it is a new generation, but it's a forced generation as it is.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, but no, yeah, I agree. It's. I mean, if nothing else, then yeah, they've just got so many games to talk about.
It's great. Yes.
So
And we
exciting, but
well
no, yeah,
we've now talked about them. An
Yes.
hour E3 cost millions of dollars. It's given us an hour of conversation. High five.
That's all I really want.
That's all I want. I just need something to talk about. I need someone to talk to. Thank you, Aaron, for being
That's
here.
all
with
right.
me.
Thank you.
Let's should we cut this shit short?
Yeah, let's get out of here.
All right.
Till next time.
Till next time. Bye. Till next E3. Bye.
Fortunately, we have a product for people who aren't able to get some form of connectivity. It's called Xbox 360.
Right. So stick with 360. That's your message. If you don't,
Well,
people don't like it.
if you have zero access
Yeah.
to the internet, that is an offline device.
Just let it happen, it'll be over soon. Just let it happen, it'll be over soon. Just let it happen, it'll be over soon.